It is another beautiful episode of your favorite Celestial Celebrity podcasts. And we are here again this week with an exciting moment with another amazing guest for you all. But before we go on, my name is Abike Adeyemi and I am your host. Also, here with me, my amazing...
And I still remain your prophet, Loco Hama Woli. Good to have you, my people.
Good to have you guys.
Welcome.
We sure miss them, Loco. Even if they don't miss us. I'm sure they missed us actually.
Sometimes it looks like we never left at all.
Right.
Boom, we are here,
we're back in your faces, right? As you all know, on this podcast, what we tend to do is to showcase the talent we have in the Celestial Church of Christ.
Yeah.
We know that this church is blessed.
Seriously.
God has blessed us massively, and
with amazing people.
It's going to be a slap on our faces if we don't celebrate the people who have taken their time, their energy, and they have given everything to this fold. And that is why we say, why not celebrate them? Let us get to know them. Let us get to speak with them. Let us bring those informations the public don't know about them. Let us bring it to your faces. And alongside, we tend to talk about the church. We tend to discuss the happenings and things that we know that we sure need to discuss.
Seriously.
Right? So you all have been with us all along, and we say a very big thank you for your comments, for your shares, for every single thing. Without you, there is no us. We can have this show every week, and if you guys are not watching, then what exactly are we doing? Right?
Won't be here at all. We are here
so thank you so much.
On purpose.
Loco, you should do what they know, letting them know that we have a giant.
Seriously, we have a giant.
We have a great man in the building.
The names that you hear that you start opening doors. Names that open doors.
It literally opens. There is no cap in that.
Seriously, based in the celestial food or in the circular world, and other places, in the entertainment industry, the media industry, the names that you're like,
You know once they tell you, tell them you are from.
Ba.
And everything gets...
You know what? It made me remember those days that they said Abiola, or like I literally tell you, I'm a friend, and pick up a tissue paper and sign on it, like take it to the bank and get us amount,
Actually,
that
this
kind of
person
thing.
tell you take my name to the bank, you get
cash money, cash out, wata, no time. Okay, join me as I welcome our own. Let me say evangelist. So how do I put it? Olusegun, Oladimeji. We are doing the same something.
I think he actually deserves a standing ovation. And everybody out there, they are literally standing for you.
Seriously.
It's great to have you in the house.
Honestly,
today,
it's feel good to be here. I mean, this is home anyway, so it's not like we are anywhere. We are home. So I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. You guys are doing a lovely job.
Thank you. Everybody out there, actually.
Honestly, this is the kind of innovations we need in the fold, because to tell you the truth, if you don't move with time will just leave you and just go. It's as simple as that. So it's about time that we started, moving in the direction that can, one, move the church, then two, even bring more attention to the church by virtue of the fact that the youths are the next thing, So even the Yoruba will say that egungun àbí orò tó bá ń bọ̀ tó bá fi tọ́ ọmọ bó ṣe ń bọ̀, it's gone by the time you are no more here. So this is the next thing, whether we like it or not. This is next. So doing this, when we first discussed this, I was like, okay, wherever that idea come from, God must bless it more. So this is a good thing that you guys are doing. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
You're blushing.
Right. Okay, so sir, we would like to meet you.
Okay. brother Shago, like
He's just trying to be humble. He's trying to be humble.
brother Shago, like I would like to introduce myself. You know, but I think I have. I have more title to myself in the food, but I think I would prefer brother Shago. You know, senior superior anyway. So leader, and I'm a media personality. Call me a filmmaker, you can't be wrong.
No.
Tell me a broadcaster, you can't be wrong.
Yes.
You know, we are in that circle. We've been trying to push even the name of the country, the continent, through what we do, through media, forward. And it's been quite a journey. But we bless God for where we are right now.
Glory be to God.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, somebody.
So sir, when we start off on this podcasts with knowing our guests and as long as knowing the host also, right? So we would like to know your brief about your family background, your educational background, things people do not normally know about you.
Okay. Where do we start from? I'm from Osun State. Yeah.
That's my stage.
You know.
What's that?
My surname is Oladimeji.
You know, that's the thing. Oladimeji.
Are you brother? Are you related? I think we should
Actually,
check
behind the
your.
scene, we are brothers.
Yeah,
You know, I actually, you know, but I'm also thinking that at some point, maybe when Daddy comes home,
we might be related.
yeah, we need to do some diggings, you know. So I'm from Osun State, like I said. I'm a student of business admin. Funny enough, that I never even just want it.
That's a norm in Nigeria. Actually, that's a norm in Nigeria.
So because my passion take me somewhere else, and before you know it, they just stick. So then I have 3 lovely boys.
Whoa.
You heard I said daddy boys. Like, he's breeding boys for like anything.
That's why the daddy boys comes in. So then what else? I have a small media outfit called Crystal Image Filmworks.
Okay.
We specialize in commercials, documentaries, special documentary, investigative journalism sometimes that take us to some places that people don't necessarily want to be.
Seriously?
You know, some situation that many people don't want to find themselves.
People, but maybe myself. Because at this point, I'm trying to arrange my CV. Do you understand? So the name that opens door.
There was a time they went to do some, let me say, documentary about the witches and the wizard, and they went there. And then now we need somebody like you to help us, you know, help us with the media thing. You be in the front, intervene the witches and the wizard in their camp. So how do they treat people?
As long as it's from Daddy Boy, don't worry, I'm covered.
No, we trust you.
I'm covered. No challenges is too much. What are you saying?
I think that's about it. And I'm passionate about being a celestial. You know.
Nice.
That's and I think sometimes I tell my wife that, you know what, I'm not really interested in doing some things again because I think I've done enough in my life. You know. Growing up, of course, I grew up in church. My mom's a prophetess. She has her own church then, and it's been that church activities, religious activities, to the extent that sometimes I tell people that I it's pretty much later I get to know what taking drugs was all about. Before, there's nothing like, we don't take drugs in our house. Whatever is wrong, you just go and drink water. It's water. You know, it's water. It's water and trust me, you'll be fine, you know. So, and that's why sometimes when as we grow up and we go deeper in things of churches, and I see things and I was like, No. You know when you are sure of some things, like no, this is what I grow. I know this thing, that this thing works this way. So you are so sure. And that's when when you talked about Celestia, you can't just talk about it enough, because I think we are I don't want to say we are underrated by ourselves.
I think that's literally, that explains it. Actually, I agree
you know. So and it's just so sad that people don't still get to see. Maybe they see, they don't just want to. Maybe because of other things on the line, they don't want to, like, agree to the fact that Celestia need more, because Celestia is already different from the inception, from the way go, and it's especially this time that we have right now. We just need to start some serious revolution, and this is part of it, really, because I've tried other things. I've been to other places.
I was about saying that, like, I know what you've done in the circular world. I would like you to tell us, I'm for sure you've actually, I think presently, the past Big Brother Nigeria, you were the head of the department there. So many reality TV shows in Nigeria, you've actually handled it personally. We want you to pinpoint, like, you've worked with this, you've done this in the circular. So
okay.
That will now lead us to the next question.
Okay. I wouldn't want to bore you with how.
No, there is nothing boring about it. And actually dissect the great man we have on TV. Tomorrow we're not done. We're not done getting into all of the facts.
Okay, I mean, it's quite a journey, really. And sometimes when I look at where we are, even as a country, in terms of entertainment and everything, it's sometimes it makes me look old. When I think about it and I look back, I'm like, come on, So it's I mean, back in the days, there's nothing like give it to the god of technology, because back in the days, it's just it's black and white. Is it how you know it or you don't know it?
Right.
So, because if you don't know it and you claim to know it, then it's basically for your generation. And it's true. When I said that, I mean it, because, and honestly, anyway, nobody will even give you that chance to even allow you to put them in that kind of,
when they've not seen what you've done before,
yeah. So, and how do I mean is, I started way back in the days of the celluloid, the film, the real film thing, So you just have to know the process. You just have to know how it works. You just have to know what 100-foot candle can do for you. You just have to know you just have to know everything in the accurate sense of it. There's no gambling. There's no try and error. No.
I think, but in this generation, we have so many try and errors.
Yeah, because God of technology has given us that opportunity, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, because it gives the people that have the passion to try their hand on some things, and if they fail, it's not costing much. Like back in the days, where we used to even see the money to buy the magazine anyway. Well, except maybe in the photography area of things, but in the video area of things, why will you even to rent the camera? There's nothing like that. So even for us, I could remember there was a time a client want to do something, and then he proposed to shoot, I think, 60 mm, and we are talking about budget and everything. So that project was aborted because one of the financier of the project, look at it, that amount of time and the budget filming, buying the magazine, and other logistic that are attached to it. So it's a huge sum. It's a huge sum of when it comes to production. But fast forward, because then I work with a particular production company called Swift.
Okay.
Swift. God rest his soul. Lloyd Weaver is my director then, and this is one man that honestly I'll give it to, and my direct boss Gukaino, I have many bosses, Uncle Tude, Kilani, all of them, Femi Aloba. These are veterans that I directly pass through. Sometimes when you look back, because in those days, not many people want to give you Wasi Onitilo, not many people want to give you that opportunity. Mm-hmm. Not many people. Because especially, and you can't blame them because of the kind of investment that goes into it that are involved. So you don't want to give that kind of things to people that you are not sure of. So, but as time passed by, here comes the era of digitals, when with the like of DVC Pro starts moving into the system. I mean, there VHS has come back then, but when it comes to proper brokers and filmmaking and whatnot, you can't use such. So So then we have DVC Pro, we have Betacam, we have all of that, coming to the system, and doors start open and opportunity here and there. So, but then it's strictly commercial documentaries. Yes, they are drama, but me then I'm not into drama. Mm-hmm. And I'm not into drama. So because Swift, we do more of commercial and documentary for all these multinationals.
But I know you do. You've not talked about these people like there's this this good ultimate search and
okay, so I was going to get to that.
Bigger this Milo or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. So so there was a point in time when I think the entertainment is kind of bored about just drama, and Guda. I'll give it to Nigeria Beauty because they kind of change the narrative of this whole thing. I mean, they are Benson and Edges proud to the time, but that's basically the music side of things. But for the reality show, Good Ultimate Search, I will give it to Good Ultimate Search because they break that door.
And is that made our
and that opens and that opens and that opens that opens the door to many other things. I could remember when I got a call, through one of my boss there, and I said, what, you have to be inside communication, manage is it okay to mention names of this? Yeah, okay. So inside communication, manage account for Guda then. So I was called to come to inside communication, and I was there, and I met so many other camera operators and everything. And I said, okay. Some of my guys are there too because it's a new thing, and so they go for the best hands. Mm-hmm. So when I got there, so the white guys, they don't know anybody, so they just like, okay, they brief us and they give us the rundown of what the show is all about and blah blah blah, and before you know it, one test leads to another, trying to separate people and everything. Build at the end of the day, I was chosen as the first guy, to do all the recce's and everything, and that's it. And as God will have it, because of the kind of potential and the kind of, you know, creative sense that God has given, I was able to convince them that, look, you don't want to do the show without this guy. So at the end of the day, when the whole auditioning and everything was done, I was picked as part of the main team that goes with the white guys, you know, to go everywhere to do the recce, check the locations and everything. And my job starts from there. And from there on, it's been from one
reality show
production
to the other.
From one reality show to the other. Then afterward, we start I Need to Know at some point.
I need to know. Remember, I need to know.
Of
Then,
course.
you know, we do all that till we rest it in 19. When do we rest? 2000 and I can't even remember. We rest it at Ejigbo then. So I think that was the last studio we used. And this is one thing that, you know, it's always good to have that vision that, look, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. You can't overemphasize the mindset that says this is what I want to do, and we're approaching it. Because I could remember so many talent we worked with then, and how some of them are like, even after the I Need to Know, I will, you know, I want to do this because I Need to Know it's not just a drama. It's not just behind the scene. There's a lot that people learn, you know. So some of those kids are like, you know, living here, I want to do this, I want to do that. And that's why many times when I look at Funke Akindele, I was like, you know what?
I was going to say that because my recent interview with Toke, she still said she had literally she was in I Need to Know. So at that point she thought that was it. That was everything for her. Like really.
Yeah.
Well,
I believe the project must have been a very good one.
It's for everybody that worked on I Need to Know then, if you are not, I mean, if your mind is made up on being in entertainment or drama especially, you have all it takes to kickstart. Because you have, then the way we work, even the cast, especially the young ones, apart from the like of the old one, like Elebuwa, the parent, all of them, I couldn't really place their names again. Most of them stay with the crew
More.
So even when we are setting up, they are looking, they are learning, they are seeing, you know, plotting angles and whatnot. They are there learning and look at things. So that's why when people, the first time Funke break into the Nollywood, and some people are like, I say, no, you don't know what is coming. You guys have no idea of what is coming, because this lady you are looking at, she's been properly, you know, it's one thing to be working under a particular condition that you have all the luxury. Then we don't have all the luxury,
right?
You know, so you learn. So people learn, and so when I see moving, I mean, we talked about this most of the time when we were on set. Like, when I leave here, when I finish with this, I'll do that. And so when I see it happening, I'm not surprised. And people have not really seen anything. Anyway.
Whoa! So we've not really seen anything.
I know people have not really seen anything because Funke got it right from the beginning, where she's coming from. She's been properly brewed to give that excellent product that she's giving now. So
okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So we'd like to know, being a media guru, being a media personnel, how have you been able to infuse your skills, your talent into the church, into the fold, most especially Imeko?
Right.
okay.
That is it.
Okay, so I was telling someone the other day, what was that? I think sometime this week. So we were to do some things, and the guy was like, I said, no. I said, the truth is, the way, if you're looking at the way things are presently, you won't be able to do anything. You'll be able to do anything. So impacting, that's impacting my church or my immediate, my immediate parish and everything is something that I think come naturally. The fact that there is time and season to everything, yeah. But it's something that has been on my mind, that once I have a kind of one opportunity to serve, then secondly, the conducive environment to do things, because it's one thing for you that you want to do something, it's another thing
don't have the opportunity,
to have the opportunity to.
Right.
So when I got to my present parish, Baba, my Olusho, my shepherd, Baba today Balogun, was I don't even know how to describe him, but just imagine him as a true father to anybody that comes his way. So when I saw the kind of mindset he has, in my mind, I was like, okay, I think we can work here. And that's the first thing. I think we can work here, because the other thing is, if you can't function under a leadership that doesn't give you that kind of environment
to
explore. So when I got there and when we talk and do everything, I was like, no, okay, you know what? I think we can work here. So and that's how I started. So I started building my team, from graphics to training the younger ones on how to at least do the basic handling of the cameras. The same thing goes for the photography and everything. So we started building those kits with some of my other team member, some of the professionals I have with me in church as well. So, and that's it. Today, we are not where we want to be as a parish, Genesis Cathedral International. So we are not there where we want to be, because our plan is huge. We want to do it properly, like big. So, but we are trying. We've started something that not like a few weeks ago we have an award of appreciation from a wonderful parish. I forgot the name of the parish, so I'm so sorry about that. I mean, that's to tell you that people are watching.
Yes,
people are watching. You just think you are doing things, yeah, but people are watching. So when they call us and they say, I say, thank you. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I say, thank you. We appreciate it and everything. So people are watching. So when they call to also serve in the international Celestial Worldwide comes knocking, I was like, are you sure what to do? because
there's a lot of cabals and like that. Now handle those cabals. Now you're handling Baba today. Now when you have a lot of cabals, you know what it takes to do that, especially in this church where you have the elderly ones.
My God, my brother, my sister, you know what to do. You know what to do, because it's. I mean, when I got the call and okay, I mean, the first day I joined towards the tail, and even I didn't intentionally join. Let me put it this way: when they call, and I was like, okay, I've been watching that year. I've been watching the flow of campaign and everything. Yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic, the strategy and everything, but I know something is missing somewhere, because of the fact that, yes, we cannot satisfy everybody, but there's a way, as a professional, if you look at things like that, and be like, okay, this is good, but if we had this and had that, it might be balanced,
Right.
So, and that's what I did that year. So I didn't even answer the call. I mean, I didn't tell them yes or no, but in my mind, I just said, let me do this and just give it out and just, stay. Because really, I don't want to, because of the few things I know about, what is happening then, I'm not 100% like, do I want to do this? I'm not really sure. So, but then I went out to shoot some few things, and I sent it to the then chairman, and I said, this is what I have to add to the campaign. feel free to use them. So, and I just sent it. So the video started going viral, and people start to warm up more into the campaign, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is good. This quality. I said now getting this quality from da 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 da." And Dak said, "So we do more and everything." So we end the year like that. So, but the following year, when the opportunity comes to serve as the chairman media for the convocation, I was at first it's a thing of, are you sure you want to take this because of how it's coming and all that, because there's other things around it. So I was like, no. But later there are so many calls around, like, no, it's just, we know you can do it. That's why we're giving you the opportunity. So why not? And you used to serve. You're serving God of Celestia and blah 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 blah. And trust me, it's if there's any other thing that bothers my mind each time I wake up, is to see my church where it's supposed to be. Celestia, why it's
most
supposed
people,
to
I
be.
think that's most people. This sort of a thing, it's actually getting into us. So
but the thing is, look, we want
it to be the best.
We want to see the best out of it.
Yeah.
But are we, as members of the Celestial Church of Christ, are we doing the right things? And that will take me to my next question. People literally box media and the bloggers. I'm not going to take out the bloggers out of media, right? They are literally still in a channel, right? But the way people have literally painted the church, they tend to say things like, our bloggers ilomba joje. So, sir, I'm going to ask you, do you think the bloggers are literally affecting the church negatively or positively? What effects do you think they have? Should they be taken out? Or do you think the church literally needs something like a mass media? We sure know we have a mass choir in church. So like if there is any major concert or any major thing that wants to happen in the musical sector, there is a body to stand in for that. Don't you think there is something like that that is meant to hold in the Celestial Church of Christ?
I mean, that's a brilliant one. So I would take this question like this. Media is a body with many parts.
Of course, I agree.
So imagine doing a film and you don't have a distribution channel.
They
so
don't
you've not done anything. You've not spent a penny.
You have to
Of
watch
course.
the movie with your family.
My
baby, come and watch this film. This is your daddy film. Oh. My wife, come and watch this is your husband film. Oh.
They don't know.
So exactly. So it's that's just what it is with having a media arm without the blogging area of it. Especially in our church that we don't have a main distribution channel.
Right.
Like Redeem have Dove Media, Emmanuel TV, and the rest of it like that. So in a situation we find ourselves that we don't have those things, the main distribution channel. So the people that are shadowed with the sole responsibility of taking those informations
to the people
and beautiful things to people, to every phones, are the bloggers.
Right.
Now, there's no way you can function or do anything reasonable or anything impactful without carrying them along.
Yes.
And that's why when we have the other challenge, the previous year in 2021, there's so much coldness around, and that's to tell you that, see, your brother will say,
Oh yes.
You can't stand alone. A tree can never make the forest.
Of course.
So when we have that issue the upper year, and the first thing I do is, when I came in, look, guys, and thank God some of them we've had serious rapport before. We've done things together aside the church business and everything. We've been, So, guys, I understand what happened, and you know what? We'll see how we can rectify all those things. But the truth is, we need to work together. We need to do this thing together, and that's why it's important. Even right now, I will tell every parish that probably have the opportunity of watching this wonderful podcast. See, in as much as you are buying, see, right now, this generation, this point that we have, in as much you are able to get the money to buy candle, turari, and perfume for every Sunday service.
Yeah.
So the same way, you must separate and start putting some money somewhere for your media.
Someone
growth.
had to say it.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone
Very, very important.
eventually said it.
See,
Coco, no way,
you see, you
Very
can
right.
at some point you might not see it as something as big deal right now, but trust me, in the next 5-10 years, if you don't have a strong, because look, it's the mindset of this generation growing now. How many people, even the old ones, how many people have you seen not with their smartphone walking around?
Seriously.
Everyone is online.
One woman was
Everybody.
on the theater yesterday, so they were trying to put her. She was like, ẹjọba àmú fún wa ní àmọ́ ẹ̀ lè lo fóònù nínú chat ní àmọ́ pé kí n mú dání wá ìtàn bá ń ṣe operation kí n máa ring. Wọ́n ní mọ́mí ẹ̀ máa sun ẹ̀ lè lajú. You know, it was like, even this woman wants to be with her phone.
Is the thing now? Is the in thing now? And every so see, it's so bad that I hate to do this comparison. The other churches have seen this picture coming. They've seen the picture. They've.
But sir, there is nothing to hate about it because I was going to speak on it. You need to see. I would even have to make names or mention names. Harvesters, go check their media.
Now,
This is not a thing of you just placing one laptop. It is serious work. Just Hallelujah Challenge that just wrapped up. You need to see people behind the scene running the media.
Yeah.
You literally think they have like a budget of 100 million naira to literally put all of those things
But sometimes
together.
a lot of money is involved.
A lot of money is involved, but our church, I don't know if we are scared to invest in something we know we need.
No, it's not like that though. There was a time I had one issue. I think he was aware of that issue, and you were having a meeting with some elders and giving them a budget for the convocation. Like, okay, this is the convocation, this is the budget for the media, the bloggers, and somebody said, irọ́ nígbà ìwáṣẹ́ àkínpolówó ìmẹ̀kọ àwọn èèyàn máa wá sí mẹ̀kọ naturally. àní láti polówó mẹ̀kọ àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé àní ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọ́n máa wá gbogbo nídìí owó láti fi ṣe kíní mẹ̀kọ. They will come naturally. You know, they say, I know you.
Even Olusegun that I held in a hotel for free. There was massive publicity.
Seriously.
There was crazy media publicity.
Seriously.
Every street was bombarded with that.
We don't even tend to have one banner on the street of Lagos, nor Ogun State, as regards the Meko convocation.
I was discussing this with someone, and we were talking about the year approach and everything, and they mentioned some things, and I was like, okay, you're actually right. You're right, oh, you are very correct. But have you think about this, and that? See, Celestial Church, and I'll say it again. Yeah. Celestial Church, Celestial is not church actually. Celestial is a religion of its own. It's a religion of its own. And it's hard, especially with the way things are being handled right now. It's hard to compare this church with any other church.
Right.
But one thing that I always tell people, and when I have the opportunity to talk to the elders, is in as much as we know that this church is peculiar and it can't be compared, but we have a mandate that has already set us aside for more reason to run in terms of innovation.
Sure.
We have a mandate that has set us aside to think ahead of every other church.
People.
And what is that mandate? So, if you have to wear mimo, that means you must go ahead of me.
Right.
In so many ways. In so many approach. But I don't wear your more.
Oju kan wí.
Àwọn tó fẹ́ wẹ̀ mọ́.
The 1960s and 1970s age.
Ticket. Àwọn tó fẹ́ wẹ̀ mọ́. Wọ́n ti wẹ̀
wọ́n ti wà ní 2025.
Wọ́n ti wà ní mọ́tò.
Wọ́n ti ń gbé.
Àlàyé ò ti kọ́ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀. It's not gonna work, my brother. It's not gonna work. And that's why I said, see, every serious-minded parish now must look for and set aside budget. In as much as you are buying your turari, ororo
candle,
perfume, candle, you must have a budget for your media. Because if you don't, well, fine, you will be running your church. But the kind of people that you'll be seeing in your parish might be different. To people that is doing it right.
Yeah.
Because people want to, that's how we are fashioned. People want to see and be associated with where they think they will be added value to.
Of course. Of course.
If not, why do you think many people will come to our so-called church in the night to come and have their Asia or whatever? But they are in our other church doing marvelous things.
Right.
You know? I know of a smaller church. See, this church we started in I maintain their social media what's it called? I handle their what's it called? This church starts from a living room actually in Lekki. So the guy works in one of these oil, you know. So and it was like he's good with the word. He's very good with the word. So it started as a fellowship. Like, let me, let's brother, sister, let's come together after service. Let's have, and it's like that. And people, because of the way things are organized, people start to like it, and people are encouraging people to join and everything. Before you know it, that place cannot contain, his living room cannot contain people there. And it's evening thing anyway, it's after church, it's not like it's the main church. So before you know it, they can't stay in his living room again. And he said, you know what, let's get a place. And they got a small hall in 4 Point by Sheraton. You know, at some point, that place cannot contain. They have to move to the bigger hall. And there they have now, bigger hall in 4 Point by Sheraton. Do you have idea of how much it costs? Then if I tell you how much they spend on their media, Meko cannot spend it in 1 year.
Meko alone. The whole C.C.C worldwide.
But sir, what do you think? Because in as much as we discuss the problems, I think that this is like a platform where we can prefer solutions, and we hope that it's been taken and we'll get to see changes, right? We can't all keep complaining without doing anything to change that course.
You see what you're saying. You are very correct with that. But the problem is, most times the problem are beyond us. We're sitting here talking about it.
Exactly, but if we're using our platform to profess a solution,
if you are using our platform, see, the people that are on social media, they are different from the people that are ruling this church.
But if I tell you that the bad news that goes on about the church, it is still on this social media, this same set of people.
Wait now, you see, you know what bad thing go.
Local, I agree with the person who said that Celestial Church is just like Nigeria. Nigerian government would see the bad things going on online, but when it comes to the good ones, they tend to ignore.
And it's just like that because the way we are fashioned in this country, it's like you always want to eat the nail when it comes to the bad thing. Everybody wants to. It is easier for everybody to go, your bruku. We are easy to call that. So when we see someone that is doing something that is nice, I was talking about something like that before we started this event of a video I dropped, and some people were calling. Some people called me to talk like, what were you even saying actually in that video? They want to know, and they were feeling like it was something different from what I was saying. You understand? But if it was nothing controversial, They will just look at waka pass. Yeah. But because to their mind, they want to say something. They want to say like they want to nail something that this thing is bad. So they come up. So those things you are seeing that is bad. If somebody is spraying money, it goes faster because they know they are using that franchise to make money, a lot of money. And they are being skeptical of people using that same franchise to demarket them.
But
so
now my question to you,
it was like a damage control. Mm-hmm. So many of them, they are too, I wouldn't say they are old, but you know, even it happens in families. When you are talking, maybe except if you have parents that are very versatile and they know what is happening in this present generation. Most time when I talk, they're like, no. But
you have all rights to call them and tell them that
they won't answer you in this church. They won't answer
the fact is, it is just like a child who has decided that, his or her father said that, you have to go to school to study this. We've seen youths, we've seen kids that will go to school and study something else.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when they are done and they start making money, the parents would say, I would have allowed you. But trust me, if that child did not take that step, he or she would regret it all the days of their life. So that's why I'm trying to say that we can all say that they are being ignorant about these happenings. But the fact is, if we also take into the fact that so let us all keep quiet, then it will all get ruined.
You know
then
why?
Who makes the difference? What makes the difference if we all keep
you know
quiet?
Why, you know why it's like that is even though we are going to say something about it, because what you are talking about, if your mother and your father like, okay, go and study medicine, and you're like, no, mommy, I want to be a lawyer. You went ahead. You are talking about just your mother and your father. But the situation of Celesta is we have
to box them in that. We have to put them in that box also.
Because when you are in their meeting, Abike, you've not experienced their meeting before. I've experienced their meeting twice, 3 times, and I was looking like,
let us imagine.
They are just thinking like this.
Loco.
And you
now look like
you look like you are isolated in the mountain.
This is my point. Let us imagine you have access to being in their midst 1 or 2 times. Let us imagine someone who do not even know these people. Let us leave the fact that maybe we know one of them, we know 2 or 3 people. No. Let us look at the masses that do not even have access, or they don't even know who is the chairman or who is whoever. And they also have this burning desire to do something for the church or to change the cause. They know that this thing is bad and they want to impact. Are you saying that they are going to think in their mind that, they don't know them, for crying out loud? So it is just very important. My own advice would be, from your parish, from your church. Okay, I had an encounter with the parish I was in Abeokuta before relocating, and it is a thing of we wanted to have our harvest as a youth. You guys cannot be telling me to do things you people have been doing since 30 years ago. And not even the area of harvest and decorations and this whole social media thing. I took it upon myself. I opened an Instagram handle. I took it upon myself. I used whatever connection that I had. Please help us post about our harvest. And I can say boldly that harvest is like it's not even me trying to say, people that attended literally said it, that harvest in that church is one of what they've ever experienced today. Now imagine if I had said that, let us go ahead with it. I'm not there anymore, but till today, what shame me, they still had to call. Okay, you are not around, yes, but I want put up together. Please help us bring them together. Let them do it.
Why that was possible was because you are in an environment
whereby
you can try.
The same thing I'm saying.
Whatever change you can
cause in your own parish. Even when you're gone, they will still have that effect, and someone might literally continue that same course.
Yeah, I think I got a point. The thing is, you have to move.
You have to
make it move first. So whether they now accept it,
no,
and
you know you've done your bits,
is another thing.
But what I'm trying to say,
but not saying anything at all is what
you might say saying it is not just saying it. When you say stuff, I've seen some shepherd. Even I have a church whereby they know me in that church, and let me say, I don't want to mention the name of the church. So at some point they call me because they know I have roots to that church. They have to call me back like, we've been doing something, like we've talked to our parochial committee that they should let us do this. We want to improve this. The parochial, all of them, they were like, no, you know. And those guys were they had to call me. I came back to that church and they were like, we had the discussion and they were like, no, they don't want to hear it. And they were like 3, 5, 10 of them. They think the same way. So do you expect me to now use my money to do those things? So if you use them, if you go and pack generate funds somewhere,
they won't even follow it.
They won't follow it. They'll just look at it. They'll like,
but
they'll be telling you those things.
But you know that let's imagine these innovations that we already have, what we've been having in Celestial Church. One like Luli concerts. I am sure that the same year the organizers of Luli concert brought it up, it was not accepted.
Definitely. But because they have somebody who wants to finance it.
We all, even at that point, I'm not so certain that there was someone that wanted to finance it 100%. It would have been someone who sat in the corner of his room and thought of Ali Shekini now. But these same older people that you're talking about, for reasons best known to them. But today, as we speak, those older people are people that will tell you they want to be in the platinum section. VIP section.
You might have an idea for your church. If you don't have the capacity financially, you don't have those things. See, if I want to create the conveners, if they find out okay, they want to do stuff like this, number one, if they don't have the finance, you might sometimes you can even throw it to yourself. You have idea of doing something, but you don't have the financial power to push it. You understand? If you don't move with the right people, like okay, I like this idea. Let me give you 2 naira, 3 naira.
I'm glad you just mentioned the fact that if you don't move with the right people.
In fact, I was good.
If you don't have
you said
because honestly, one thing you want to give to the Luli team is the teamwork.
Of course,
the kind of teamwork and because they are like minds.
Yes,
seriously,
they are like minds. So it's easy to move things, it's easy to change ideas, it's easy to just. So
that is what I want to say based on what Loco said.
In
as much as that first edition, but the convener literally reached out to people who are like minds.
So
he didn't say that. Oh, okay, but
so now exactly. So now
coffee
when it comes
he
to
reached out to people that would buy into his idea.
And
so if you're fighting for something in your church and you know that it is one thing you can't do alone, why not look at people that would join you together to bring that in? This is one platform here. It started from one person, but that person actually reached out to people that could help bring out that idea. It is not everything we can put on the church. We know that these people are holder, but we have leverage over them if we want to use it. Even outside the fold, we have people we can reach out to literally achieve the goals and the aspiration. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, they will succumb. They will give in to it because somebody pe kini yi no yi lo mu wa fa won. Nkan to mo yin so, nkan te ni yin so, to ba ipa ti gbo lati jo yi. That
is when the results start coming out.
Exactly my point.
They don't want to start new thing except if that thing will bring out money. And the funniest part is even if you want to do something in your church, you won't be surprised. You have to give some people money for your idea to pop up.
Well,
and you begin to ask yourself like, wait, in contact with people longer. Motumatu bribe
honestly, like I told someone, I said, well, each time I sit with creatives and we are deliberating about the church, and at some point, you'll be like, In fact, don't let me even say at some point, like a few months ago, I feel like, you know what? Let me have a break. Like let me have a break from this church. Let me go and see my old friends. you know, because you imagine something like in your head, like this is something that naturally the elders and whatnot should warm up to and be like,
I'm more yes.
But the kind of coldness,
Limao.
The energy is very low. Okay, let me cite an
like,
example. He can say this to. He's even in charge of this. Let me just say this. Okay, for example, we are in Imeko. There is a network provider that actually they spoke with and they brought the network provider.
Look, you don't want to say that.
So I think we want to hear that.
You brought the network provider like, okay, so people can have access to internet. So push whenever I want
that is
to.
one thing that keeps me from should I go to Imeko or not? Because the moment you're getting in, all of your network.
So they brought it. They agreed with this network provider and they agreed to come down there. They were there and they were like, okay, pushing it. Okay, this in order not to have this jam because it was late before they came, keep this thing here in Imeko till the next year. Start using it, just power it, run the energy, run generator through it so that people in Imeko can be using it. So while they are using it, they can start widening the coast,
right?
The thing of the strength of the network, wide, so that by the time people come the following year, when you just stop go like this, out the fire, you understand? And your church will be like, okay, that's good. They put it there. Everybody go after Imeko. You start calling, okay, let's buy fuel to this generator so that we can start firing. They'll be like, no, pastor is not around. We cannot buy this fuel.
The church is making money.
This thing is not around. We cannot. Okay, when somebody is coming to Imeko, they say, we'll buy fuel. I want
and
to
it is very possible that an amount has been stated for this course.
Let me not bust your bubble.
Or someone is trying just.
Let me not bust your bubble. The network now have to say, we can't do things with you guys again. We need to retrieve this thing because it has been there for another 8 months now. They didn't even run it for once.
So and by December, we'll now start looking for network provider.
So imagine somebody made a move to bring that thing there. They tried to.
They've literally frustrated our efforts.
That's where I'm going. So they have this way of like coming and they as far as the batimo was in the pocket, anything they are warming up is something like show my even in your harvest, like the only part your church like Moses ìgbà tán pé àwọn alága ìgbà tẹ́ gbé àwọn ọba kan wá láti ibì kan ẹ tẹ́ fi ṣe chairman èlò ló máa ṣọ́ máa fún wa olórin kí wọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká fún olórin kó kí wọ́n kàn lè náwó fún wa that's the only aspect that is going in the church.
But when you want to repair the toilet of
they are not interested. You get where I'm going.
The roof is leaking.
The energy they channel towards to make money to the church is too important than what they.
At this point, Loco, I think I am going to say this. I think I've been saying it, but I need to say this. We are literally pleading with, or we are asking the church authorities. Please. We can do better.
We can do better.
I promise we can do better.
This is our church.
There are youths
born
that
in this church.
literally want to do things for the church.
Seriously.
Because the fact is, all of these talents we have in this church, other denominations, they are getting it for free.
Yeah.
They are literally blessing other churches.
Seriously.
With their gifts, their talents, and every single thing. So it is either we literally embrace everyone, embrace these talents, embrace and support them.
Seriously.
We understand.
Seriously. We understand it's difficult.
See, the funniest is that it's because some of us that are still here are here because of the fact that something serious kept us here.
Of course, I agree.
I will tell you for myself, each time I try to leave the church, each time I try, even if I've not seen my mom in a dream for decades, for how long, how many years, each time I try it, she was sitting down with me in the living room. We must talk.
In the dream, you see. I come and I go off with joy and silence. Imagine that.
And it's because that I'm the only one left.
Whoa.
In the white garment. All my siblings, everybody is gone.
Whoa.
And in while we are doing the burial, I because I don't know and see covenant, you have to just be serious.
Very careful.
Don't just open your mouth. We are close and everything. Me and my mom, we are close. I had to go for holidays. So while we were doing the burial, I was like, man, the way I know, like something is telling me that see these other people, they are not in this church anymore. And I was holding her like this, and I said, you know what? I will carry your.
I will not leave this church.
Your legacy.
Your legacy from here. I will make sure I do everything I can in this denomination.
You see.
And that's it. So each time, even while I was in City of David, those years, and other churches like that I've done stuff for, it's always like something is Bamilori, like
you have to go back to someone.
Why are you here now? So coming here. So like 3 months, 4 months ago, like I was tired again. I was like, I've it here. Like, guy, you can, you can. It's the same thing. You cannot. And who knows if you do, something you least expected might happen, because it's like because you don't know why God still keep you here,
right?
And that's why most of other people that doesn't have something serious keeping them here,
they just go.
They would.
All of them are left already.
They have.
They're left.
Actually,
they're left. And the funniest thing is, I also like to challenge some of our elders. Some of the things they do here, don't even keep their children here. Check it.
No, I literally said it.
It's
not church is just like Nigeria.
Some of the things they do don't keep their children here.
They dish it out to you, but
here.
it's not same with them.
So when we say, this is our church, we need to take it to the next level. I think it's about time.
I know what they feel is, you think the church is in the phase of transition, like I used to say, and they are scared for the transition, and they are not ready for it. They were thinking, only man lọ work out, only lọ
Ṣé tọ́mọ bá ṣoríire lọ́la, ṣó lè gbàgbé òbí tó bí ni?
They don't see it in that life.
Because the thing is that success would always still come to
for
them.
the church. Yeah, but they are not ready to put in the work. Seriously. For example, now in those days there is nothing like there's some we are through transfer, or you can use the ATM and you can do stuff like that. Today now we now do that. Churches
No, can't Oma do it.
They just put it. That's church account number. I want to do
local. They should not do it.
They accepted that because it was a source of income.
Okay, no, they shouldn't have accepted it.
Nobody has ever said ipe nígbà yẹn papa kan kì í ṣe transfer.
They shouldn't have accepted it now.
Ó máa mú owó yẹn wá wọn kì í ṣe transfer. Okay, irọ́ kò sí ẹ má jẹ́ ká yí lànà padà, kò sí tó wà nù lànà pé ká ṣe transfer. But because it is finance, they can modulate so many things and do blah blah blah. Like that, because but when it comes to every other thing, they feel like
Look, we're not trying to say that the youths are literally perfect. In fact, I feel like youths are
seriously. Yeah.
If we should sit and discuss what the youth are doing, that is affecting the church. Especially àwọn tó wà lórí TikTok yẹn, breed me làwọn yẹn náà. But the thing is, if the foundation is not made right, is not
gorilla
strong
can
enough,
never give birth to
everyone would literally misbehave.
A gorilla can never give birth to a dog.
Would feel like we have the liberty. Nobody to checkmate whatever is going out on the media. Nobody is asking questions. Even when you're concerned and you ask that, don't we have bodies? We have a media personnel in the Church of Christ.
Yeah,
why?
We have, but you see, this is another thing I would like to actually talk about. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think it's important and it's about time that all the practitioners in the church actually come together to agree on certain things, certain operandos that we all can say, you know what, nobody should go against these so things that we've agreed. Because if given the way things are going right now, you never can tell how worse things can get into. Because if there's no any form of checkmating,
people will do and undo.
People are doing the unbelievable already.
We saw one online lately that don't know why.
They are doing the unbelievable already.
There's one man like that with Amore picking up the money on the floor, and you see the shepherd there with the big tummy and like one year alone. People will be like,
they are doing the unbelievable already.
I mean, what happened to even if it's 5 bundles? What happened even holding it and just drop it in the tray.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Why bad? Like you are in
Obi
Kubana's
club. Get, so it's not a party. It's not a club. So it's a church. You don't. I try to tell people that every time. Like in my church now, for instance, I do at the beginning of the service during the Jerry Moriyama, I put up in the screen that put it on your phone. We're about meeting our creators. I do those words. I put it there on the screen. After I will leave it there until silent prayer. You know. Then after silent prayer, I take it off. I start to show other things. Why do I take it off? And this is the point. I take it off, one, because in my head, I want to tell people that this so time, even though the whole of the time we are in church is still sacred and holy.
Right.
But you see, up until that silent prayer, when we now go to first Bible reading,
right,
it's very sacred to me. Now we are going to the word.
Correct.
Now, quote me. This is what I say. Now we are going to the word. Now, in my head, in this time and age, not every youth that come to church carry their
of course, it's
hard
on their
copy.
phones.
Yeah, they have soft copy on
Bibles.
So some come with their on their palms, some on their phone. So I lift it up so that if you want to read,
you can go into your phone to read and
read from
all
your
of
phone.
that.
And immediately I do that, I tell the onibodies, say, go around, people that hold their phone or palms or anything, go around and make sure that the only thing you are seeing their screen is Bible.
Yeah.
So I do that every Sundays like that. Now people are used to it. And that's area where some will be like, no, I don't want to see phones at all. Yes, it's good to be holy, you know, but the truth is, this time and age
needs
certain things, needs something that we need to improve on, but guide people at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we know that if you open the channel for them to, you can use a phone now, people will now start to use. But those time, you still want them to be sacred and be attentive to the word and everything, because those two lessons are very important part of the whole worship thing. So I have people monitoring them. You're on your WhatsApp, anything, they close that phone and take it from you. And that's it. After, they'll give it back. But if you are on your Bible or you are in your hymns, they leave you. So those are the things that, so it's a lot of work to keep up to the kind of what the technology, the word movement, the innovations, we need to keep up with it. And as a church, it's important. If we are going to Wayemo, we can't be at the back.
We can't be in 1947. What to Waye 2023?
Moses don't stay at the back and say, Israelites. Moses was leading.
Okay.
Same, followed by Aaron. Like, Baba, we did. Follow. That's the way it is. So if we are going to Wayemo, we must lead me. Yeah. We can't be at the back. So seriously, all those innovations, all the things that, we know, like you rightly said, youth can be, we can be so amazing, so scattered, but we need amazing. The monitoring. But at the same time, when you see any youth trying to do things in your parish, encourage them. Encourage them.
Bottom line.
Trust me.
We are all screaming, Toby Amuson she's a Celestia, she's a this, she's a that. The hard work she literally fixed into herself to get to where she is today. How many of these churches can say that
nobody. Most time it doesn't happen like that in our parish.
You're telling me about the Olusegun that was just finished. So many pastors, so many people
came. Now we had the numbers of pastors that were there that particular day. I could not count. At some point, it was just like, I was aware that some actually supported the show.
Seriously.
Financially.
Some. I say some.
If not all. If not all. So tell me, how will someone like Aduke Even if someone, even looking at that crowd that day and be like, some people made this possible.
Yeah.
How will she forget
Now,
such people? Sorry. How in her life will she ever forget the support?
Even those people don't need to say Omowani. She will be the one to tell you daddy meaning.
Like she can never, because that was huge. The only kind of show you see those kind of crowd in the hotel are Davidos and the attackers.
I'm glad that the Christendom
can do that. It's a barrier that has been broken.
We can speak about Nathaniel Bassey's Hallelujah Challenge Festival, and it was also sold out. So to know that, and the one we in O2 also, to know that people are literally standing up to take back this force for Christ.
Yes.
And I feel Celestial Church of Christ, it is high time we need to stand up.
So that would now take me to how many of our parish shepherds or our leaders in Celestial has ever stand up for any Celestial artist before?
Question mark.
Rather, they would rather. Oh God, I hate to say this. There's something that happened in Abeokuta the other time. I don't want to mention any name or anything, but those things are not meant to be heard of in our midst. It's totally unacceptable. If other churches can, you know what, this person,
we are lifting
you up. They are carrying them like egg. How can we not stand up for our own?
No.
And rather, instead of standing up for them,
we press them down.
We are marching on them. It's not done. We need to. I mean, it's so enormous. We need to start changing perspective. This church, we need to start seeing it as something we all need to work for.
We really need to. It's beyond the garments.
Yeah,
most people would join and say, but she watch her, but she enjoy it. It is beyond all of that. For some people, it is so deep. Sometimes people ask me that I'm not born into a celestial family, and I do say I am the only Christian in my family. And every single person in my family, but by the Sunday, being by the church, my mom will be like, Alpha. My mom is an Alaja. If local would say Abigail Malaja, my mom is an Alaja. She has been to Mecca.
Whoa.
But there is this thing of Esinya Ogbotomola, and that is my stand. And I didn't join the church because of how I put it, peer pressure or whatever it is. It was a direction that led me here. The fact is, I would now allow some leaders that feel like it is a birthright for them to change whatever mindset I've got. I won't allow that. I'm not serving in the Church of Christ because I want to be seen in some light. I just want to serve God. Just give me that chance to promote the work of God. Some people are passionate about this thing.
Absolutely.
Some people, it feels like they baje ko ṣiṣẹ́ yìí fọ́lọ́run. Ó máa ká wọn lára. Bí ẹ pé gba ìjẹ́ lẹ́nu wọn ni. Bí ẹ pé sàkún lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ni. So it's just a plea to the leaders, the shepherds, please.
All the decision makers.
We can do.
The decision makers, please.
We can do better. To be honest.
Let's soften our pedals and and listen to
better.
fresh ideas.
Yes, what is moving?
Seriously, at some point in the Bible we have Old Testament, and God find out that something is changing. He had to come up with New Testament. Gbogbo found out that the old place was thinking. They had to send Jesus Christ. So there is no need for you to kill goats, kill cow. Just pray in Jesus' name, and everything will happen, will follow.
The world is now
if
digital.
we can, if the Bible can change, why can't we just adjust some certain things? At least we are adjusting financial aspect of it. Let's adjust everything, so that the church can grow. We can grow. We can compete.
So what are you saying?
Like we can be the church for this present age. We can. And also,
I would like to say this before we wrap up. Is it's also a call for all the media practitioners in the church to play their role. We are not. I mean, I saw so many things that sometimes when you read them, it's not necessary. In as much as we know these people are like this, but at the end of the day, like they will say, you don't watch your dirty linen
outside.
You know, there's a way you call them out, maybe one-on-one or through some other means. If it's not something that is really now eating deep on the personality of the church, then you cannot do the call out.
I think that's where we are now, because people have been trying to talk to them, personally. I spoke with some. I have an opportunity to meet with some elders at some point in one program like that. So I talked to them about what we can do to our own Imeko. You understand? When we have Imeko, and you understand that that place is too dusty, it's not good for people's health. We converge a lot of people there on a yearly basis. I know some certain people that after Imeko they fall sick because of what they inhale. We are Celestian. We put on white. It doesn't mean our environment should be that dirty, that brown soil. The places we know people are converging. You've been to Redeem Camp before. You see how the road map, how they arrange it. It's something we can do in our church. After doing when pastor is in the church, you will see where they will put people now put nylon on the floor, and people have kids. You understand? They put their kids. Really I can't even take my kids to that place because it's not good. It's something we need to change. You understand? It doesn't mean
I think the works they are on it now. I hope before this year convocations, so there will be some changes. They are working on it.
We hope so.
Yeah,
we hope so. If you see the dust like this, when
so many people want to be in Imeko, but they'll tell you the stress.
The stress, that place is not good. The environment is even you have to cope with the road. You now even get to the church, and you now find out that you get to the land and you find out the place is dusty. It's an amateur period, so we should be proactive. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n ti rẹ́ gbogbo ibi tó wọ́n kó àwọn èèyàn máa ń sùn sí yẹn tó ń ṣe here and there tó ti máa ń wo àwọn screen yẹn, let that place be tied up.
And as much as we are requesting for these things, let's not forget the fact that
people need to play.
We are humans.
How are we?
Because I last year I saw that there were some new toilets being created, being built, and people still did not manage those toilets well. We are human, so as much as we are calling on the authorities to do what is necessary, we need to plead with ourselves too.
Once you've done that,
I need to put this. You mentioned about Redeem Church. I've noticed something even as Celestial, when we go to other denominations events. I'm behave.
You can't. Don't behave yourself.
We behave ourselves in order. Just imagine going with
the structure because of the
in our church it's different.
We made structures there. We didn't put any structure.
You can't mess up their structure.
When you have that kind of a thing in church, you have the road. Okay, but if you road map, when you are driving in here, you come out here. You station people.
Look, even in church, they will tell you. I'm glad you went there. Your only body will tell you, sir, you can't go this way. Sir, man, this is where you will go to. It is one person in that church that will tell you, show many journey.
They have that in
why would you tell me? Loco, I am telling you, I'm not even saying about other, whatever it is they have there, they know how to control themselves. I'm speaking about our church.
Why?
I hear you that it's going to take time for us to adjust. And there is nothing that is impossible.
Sure.
At least we've experienced it in large gatherings of Celestia, even Luli concerts, it goes on like that. But I feel like when we speak to ourselves also,
why are people not structuring themselves?
We're going to
structure. If you put that structure to work, once you bounce on, you can't
bounce on you can't do this here,
you can't do this here. At some point, people get used to that structure, and they will know Kwetobawa and being seen. This is where you can. This is your limit. This is where you can be. Right. So when you put those places in place, you understand. You now look for a way to maintain and structure it.
I think I want to believe that the Meko Works committee I mean, based on the little I know right now, I know they are working seriously on making sure that there are some serious facelift for those areas, especially around the pastor walkway, the basilica access and everything, to avoid some of those
because that place is not healthy for people to stay in.
And I also want to use this medium to plead to our
we please, we beg you.
Let's also contribute our quota.
Because
all these things we are talking about
finance,
serious
no, if you should see people coming online, let's do this so people will contribute because people know that thing is not right. So if we are contributing, let's channel it and do the right thing. You understand? But if people don't see it as a bad thing, even that I was surprised I was discussing it with, so I don't want to mention it, people are in that meeting. Some of them, they were not even sure. I was like, was it because you guys used to you're driving with pastor to that door? You don't know some people are facing. They were not sure of it. You understand? They were not sure of like, but you guys to stay in your balcony and see the whole place dusty. Because is that fine? We are Celestians. We put on white. Toba lost him because Toba insurance standard to Toba.
You have to go with like last I think I took like 5 or 6. Even spent just 2 days.
Imagine that.
Because
you black and they now make it look like that is not it. That is a cake. That is not
to change with time.
Yeah, we are educated people. Everybody that is coming here are not just people who like to roll in the mud. You understand?
Hope so,
we want to look good. We want to be able to inhale something that is nice. We want to bring our children down there.
Right.
So we don't want. I don't want to bring a 2-year-old child there and be looking like when I get over your bank hospital. Some people are asthmatic. They are there.
Yes.
They want to come because of that place. They couldn't come.
And
so please,
cold,
yeah. So even though we can't even manage the cold because that is from God, but let's manage the serene of the environment so that it will be palatable for everybody. We won't start,
orderliness. Orderliness is very important.
Yes, so now we have that.
There's a lot of things that needs to be done. Even the tree plantings and whatnot. That will also help to control the kind of and
the environment and stuff.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. And even before that, I think we just need him to say like a last word as regards media as a whole. And also there is one thing I always say, and I do tell people, especially in the Celestial Church of Christ, that media, blogging, whatever it is you see under media is an actual job. I think we don't understand that in this church.
Serious?
We do see it as any to bat in shame media to bank camera àwọn yẹn kiri. Abẹ́ni tó bá ti wà lẹ́yìn phone ẹ̀ tó bá sọ pé òun ṣí blog page kan ní orúkọ sẹ̀lẹ̀ kò níṣẹ́ ni. Please, we need as a media personnel and one who is even outside the church, who is not only feeding based on whatever it is coming from the church. Kindly let us kindly help tell people what media stands for actually.
In a short word.
Okay, media are just okay, I do just say it straight. Media is the air. I can call it the air that people breathe on. And how do I mean is we get to have a first-hand information on things, not just which is not limited to anything really. Media media is like the air that people breathe to, have access to a lot of things that are important for their livelihood, whether business, whether health, just think about it. Anything. So, but what's really differentiates us aside the mouth-to-mouth information dissemination which is basically what media do, is because we are professional. We don't just bring it to people without proper investigation, without proper filtering, without properly be assured of what we are feeding people with. So in a way, when we feed people with those information, we are sure of a life-changing actions.
Right.
We are sure of life-changing experience through whatever we feed them with. So bring it down to church. It's important for our church to understand that we as media, one thing we are really interested in is to propagate and distribute the good news that the church has for the entire world by showcasing what we have, the uniqueness that the church has, that God has given to the church. Because the church has a lot of uniqueness.
Right.
So many things that stands us out of every other denomination, and we can't take that away from us. There are so many, and which we have not even touched. We honestly we have not touched
We
it.
haven't actually.
If we have to talk about things that make us stand tall in the group of churches, we have not. So one of the important things that we media is try to do as a church is to take those good news to every corner of the world, to unbelievers, to other people that don't even understand us as a church, people that see us as one babalawo or Zuluman, you know.
Right.
So those are the things that we as Celestial Church Media are trying to do. So whenever you see us knocking on your door, is to have those informations, whether taken from you, and make sure that we take it to the next people that will need it for salvation or for any enlightenment purpose. Right. Always please cooperate with us, and
thank you.
We always appreciate that.
Thank you. So
now to our,
we've literally come to the end of major discussions, and
awesome.
we don't end this podcast without having like a light game, just something light.
Okay.
Even though
I don't like games.
Well, this is to know that we have creatives in the Celestial Church of Christ. Literally, someone thought of this. Someone thought of the fact that in youth gatherings, harvest, whatever it is, we need to teach each other about the church. We need to enlighten one another about the church, and there is a Celestial game card.
Awesome.
So for elders to know that
one
more time being we're not joking. So you guys should support us. Like, we are for the church, and Baba Shegbe right. So it's not really an odd seat. It's been cool. The seat has been really cool.
Yeah, so we want to make it odd.
No, not really. We should know that you're going to ace whatever question we have to ask you.
Let's
It's the Celestial Church now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 5 questions to select. Okay. You pick randomly from my hand, from his hand.
Okay, number. Do we have number?
No, you just select.
Okay. I will have to pick it.
Right.
You just touch it.
Just touch it. It's going to help you out with it.
Okay.
Let's start from the top.
Okay. When are the remaining unlit candles lit during baby christening? When are the remaining unlit candles lit during baby christening?
Where do they lit?
Like, when are the remaining unlit candles lit during baby's christening? Like those ones that are unlit.
That are not lit.
Yeah. So when are they going to do it? During the baby, the child christening.
Funny enough, I've never actually experienced that, because I know all the candles are lit, put in the water, put in the container with the water. So the unlit one, no.
You know what I'm trying to say is, when they are going in, when they are going in from the door, from the door, Moyama, blah blah blah. So there is a specific time that they lit it all together. So that's what the thing is talking about.
Okay, when do they lit them? That's from the door.
No,
because they lit them before they entered the. Oh, hold on.
They don't even leave the one in the water in the beginning. They just put it there.
They put the. I think during. Okay, hold on. When did they lit it? They lit it before, after whoever carries the baby sit down with the father or whoever is listening to the message. After they sit down, put the water, then put the the candle stand, then lit it.
No, you're wrong.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Next.
Actually, they lead it when it is at the same time they are actually leading the one in the altar. They do it together. So once they lead.
So that's after the dance round.
Yeah, so they dance round and they have this aim for lighting. Can do the lights. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the way the father will sit down?
The mother.
Sorry. The father, whoever is listening to the message.
Yeah.
Is that the same time now?
No. You know, once you are in, you sit down already. So
after the dance round.
After the dance round, and so when it's not time for them to light the candle, so they do it together at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let Abby. Okay.
Yeah.
Who delivered the message of incense burning in C.C.C?
Who delivered the message
of incense burning in C.C.C?
The first person. Abi?
Yes, I believe. But the question says, who delivered the message of incense burning in C.C.C?
Like any two of us, come out feature.
Right.
I don't know.
You can't. I think you should be able to get it. I think you should be able to get it.
Really?
Yes. Can you just try it and guess?
Jesus is Lord.
Because of that. Well, I think we have time up.
Yeah.
Like I said, the answer is Emmanuel Mawuyo.
Mawuyo.
Right. Yes. Next question.
This is from the. You want to have the music back, huh?
So.
Look, why you pitying us?
So that question must be very cheap.
Okay.
Oh,
sing a hymn with Ikwesembe. Ikwesembe. Any of
any hymn that has Ikwesembe in it.
Okay, that has Ikwesembe.
Yes. No, that's Ikpese.
Ikpese, like Ikpese.
Ikpese. Amanja Ikpese in church is Sunday. No, Ikpese and Ikpese is different.
It's like, it's different thing. Ikpese is our normal food.
Time going. Shall we try?
I don't know. Is there anyone like that?
Yes, now.
Help him out. Time up.
Should I time up?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
In 486. Ikwesembe nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù.
I've not had that.
Next.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That's the
Yes. Sing a hymn with Ati Tewomole.
Ati Toshomole. Ati Borewo. Ati Tagemole. Ati Borewo. Chikodi Agwa.
Okay. Now look at the confidence. Wow, I like that. Okay, that's no problem. 3-1.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go on here.
You don't have me street already. If I get the other one, let's do this. I thought I will have more of the hymns.
Sing a hymn.
Anyway, let's go.
Sing a hymn with Romalika.
Romalika.
Ṣẹ́gun òde ọ̀run sí wa o. Ginger,
you see how big flower is that?
Right, next.
I think that's the last
one. He's going to be picking hymns at this point.
Well, I the thing is, you can't really tell. So,
okay, sing a hymn with right.
No, don't do it.
Sing a hymn with Kola Ofogo Orunho.
Kọ́lọ́run fi ògo ọ̀run. Kọ́lọ́run fi ògo ọ̀run.
It's even very simple.
Like really, yes.
Like we sing in Israeli every time.
It is not good enough.
I know.
Fogo.
Oh.
Fogo.
No, Fogo ko. Kọ́lọ́run fogo ọ̀run hàn.
Fogo.
Time up. Ìyógo ọ̀run ayé.
Táyì tọ̀ṣọ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ mímọ́.
No, you said Kọ́lọ́run fogo. That's
Kọ́lọ́run fogo ọ̀run ayé.
No, fi ògo ọ̀run. Fi ògo ọ̀run ayé.
Kọ́lọ́run fogo ọ̀run ayé.
Kọ́lọ́run because my mindset was like,
it is in
since we cannot do pèsè with ìpèsè. So Kọ́lọ́run is what I'm looking for. If it's fogo ọ̀run ayé, I will have seen that since now. Is that Kọ́lọ́run that I was looking for?
Like he was trying to point, like it was like word pointing like key.
I know if you have to say it in Yoruba, you are referring to God there. But in my head, I was
like, should we give it to him?
No, you have to give it to me now.
No, you didn't even suggest it at all.
Honestly, that's what is really.
But it's nice. It's really nice. It's amazing have you. Right.
Yeah, that's 2/5.
2/5.
2/5. You know, I guess for today, video media gagantua gaga. It's called 2/5.
Well, even music practitioners that have been here, they
some of them even do well with the music stuff.
It's not a question that actually impressed me. I was supposed to take this one because I haven't forgot. But that's the song I would have straight up.
So it's nice having you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
It's an amazing time,
right?
Having you on our
we're sure that our viewers literally learned one or two things, obviously, and he actually gave us words as regards Imeko Convocation 2023. So would you like? I'm sure you would like to invite people and let them know what is coming.
Please. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Because actually, the Imeko this year will be slightly different.
Amen.
Okay.
Because the committee are putting things in place.
Amen.
Trying a lot.
Fingers crossed.
Amen.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
The Imeko development committee as well.
Amen.
Loco, I'm telling you.
He lost his words.
No,
but the amen you are adding
I'm just
to
trying
it.
to. I'm turning to a prayer
It's good
point.
to add amen to it. No, it's good to add amen to it. But
because,
I'm telling you,
we want everybody to
on.
success. To be
work
successful in whatever we are doing. So
success
is paramount.
Yeah, people coming to Imeko this year, people will see how much Imeko
hallelujah, amen.
And also convocation committee are really pulling strings to make sure that people are more confident this year.
Amen.
I would love to tell every Celestial to look forward to those dates, 20th to 25th.
Right.
To make it a day. Because, I mean, seriously, things work in some peculiar way in this church. Pastor Founder said we should come, once in a year at least, So, you never can tell. Maybe something that you've been praying for, it's depending on that visit.
Amen.
Try to make it. Let's go and worship together.
Yes, hope you don't think it's fuel of a thing we change people's mindset because you know how much fuel you're going to buy.
Well, fuel scarcity has been an issue in Nigeria.
No. This one is not even scarcity. The price.
Yeah,
when we
the
are
price.
buying, we've never gotten a price for that kind of amount.
What she just said.
It has been a thing every year.
So,
it is either this year it is scarce, next year it is costly. We still survive.
This gas we always buy almost at this
rate.
Same rate. So, but let's see.
We just pray it gets better.
If your fuel is going to give you a problem, trek. Jog, you need exercise.
Nah.
Jog, that road you jog.
Last year, I think some youths literally brought up this innovation of, maybe you have a car and you can bring in people. Please, we would appreciate if it's actually safe right? We know what goes on in December every year, but would appreciate if such innovation can be supported. We know we have people who are into transportation business in Nigeria. If you can, you don't even have to donate. It doesn't have to be for free. People are willing to pay. But if it is on a subsidized rate, I'm sure people really do appreciate it.
Like you are going to the final destination, you know?
And they know they are going with the same bus. They are coming back with the same bus. I'm sure they will be so happy.
So happy.
People that would want to go, and by that they are making friends. They are meeting new people, right? So they won't feel alone by the time they get to Imeko. So we know we have people that can pull the strings in the church. Please help us look into it. December, let us have streams of buses available and people contact different channels.
Let's fill it up.
Let us come out. Let us come out. It is our
like
time,
never before.
right?
2023.
It's always beautiful. It's always beautiful. Let's have you. We are waiting to welcome you into the city of Papa
Imeko.
Shofa.
Right.
Please, try to make it a day. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. It was amazing.
Awesome.
Getting to speak about media. As a media person, I'm always intrigued, like on discussions like this, because I need to let people know that we're not just joking. It is not a play.
Absolutely.
When we are capturing those moments in church, it's not that we just want to jump from one place to another. We're passionate about telling these stories. I call myself a storyteller, right? So it's just bringing the normal thing. People would see that kilele, but we literally bring out the beautiful aspect of it, and we tell the story.
Education is about,
So many
vibrations is about. I mean, because we disseminate those information to people for them to have. See, don't go here today or go there
tomorrow, right?
So we are live. We are lifesaver. So
of course,
it goes on and on.
Of course, thank you so much. We're sure that like you said, we've not really touched every aspect. It is broad, it is wide, and if by chance we call you again, we hope that you would honor our invitation.
Sure.
Thank you so much, and this is home, right? So guys, thank you for joining us.
I love you.
We appreciate your comments, we appreciate your engagement, we appreciate your views. Please go on YouTube. This content is for every single celestial and non-celestial.
Seriously.
You want to know about the church, you have you've heard bad news or you've heard negative information about the church. This platform is to right every single wrong. So go on YouTube at Celestial Diary and be sure to watch every single episode. It is right there for you. So thank you so much. We see you next time. Same date, same channel. And I remain your favorite host, Abike Adeyemi.
And that's even your profile.
I think that will go now. I think I'm trying going to adapt to that.
Thank you. Hallelujah, my people. We'll see you next time. Peace out.